Let's give it up for Gill, Haus.
All right, thank you. Yeah, so as John mentioned, he talks about Gathr. So since we're doing demos, I figured I'd just show an example of Gathr without the E, obviously. Answer the comparison, but the general idea is that we curate a variety of services, whether it's gift cards or third-party products and services. You pay one monthly fee, you can choose the fee that you want, and then you get that on a monthly basis, so you'd be paying less, and you'd be paying if you bought all of them together. From a mobile perspective, as we mentioned, you have the design here. It is adaptive, so the version you see on a desktop browser or a tablet is slightly different. You have it. I having Safari issues. You have the ability to navigate through and explore what options you have. And if you do have an account, John mentioned that for most people, they may peruse, and you can buy via the iPhone. A lot of people do tend, based on our data, to buy online or buy on the desktop, but you can redeem. And I don't think I have anything that I can redeem that I haven't already, but I'll show you how it basically works. So my Gathr package includes Pandora One, Fandango, which is a $10 gift card every month for Fandango, ABC Mouse, because I'm a dad and I like to let my kids play on the computer while I'm sitting with them. And also I have Priceline iTunes code. And so what happens is every month you'll get a code. Here it's reminding me that you can tap to redeem. What it will do is it will take you to the iTunes store, apply the most recent code. All you need to do is every month you sign in, you check to see what you have, you apply that code, you get the $10. You can send it to mobile, I can click appropriately. We'll send a text to you so you can get that code and you can apply it yourself. You also have the ability, let me X this out, to redeem it live. Now there is a little yield sign that's sitting there. That's a warning because there's a challenge right now that Apple is aware of, so it's hard to redeem it in this case. Actually, I should have read that before I demoed it, which is attention iOS 7 users. I'm an iOS 7 user. But you can also send to email, so you can email it to yourself, take that and apply that into iTunes. From a package perspective, these do allow you to explore via the menu, so you can see what kind of pre-bundled. You have two different options here. You can do a pre-bundled package, packages that we put together that we think make a lot of sense, but you also have the ability to select your own. Some of the ones that we have are night in. You'll see here $15 a month. You get Domino's Pizza, you get Amazon Instant Video. Can't read it because it changes. You get Shop Runner, and you also get an Amazon gift card. The value would be $35 a month. And you have a variety of packages that we've already created. They go from for shopping, movies, to protection, which are like safety first, and also for kids, playroom, and then man cave. And then of course you can bundle your own. And all this again is adaptive. You go to a tablet, you see a slightly different experience with the same features. You go onto the desktop, you see a variety of features. And here you can select the packages that you want. So you're able to create your own package that you would want. You pay per month. Very similar to like Dollar Shave Club or Trunk Club, where you would pay a monthly fee, you get these services. Right, here's like I have Starbucks. Probably should have created that package before. I would use that card very often. We have Target, Toys R Us, etc.
So what's the monthly?
It actually depends, but depending on what you throw in, you can create your own package starting at $20 a month.
It starts at 20.
Starts at $20 a month. There are some pre-bundled packages that we've put together that can be a little bit lower than that, $15 a month. You saw the first one that was on there. And they go up, they can be up to around $70 a month, but at that value you'll get $150+ worth of goods and services per month that you can get. And of course, it's because of economies of scale.
Right. All right, any questions for Gill about Gathr?
I know it was a little salesy, but I figured I brought the food, so hey.
Hey, no, it's cool out. I didn't know about it.
There's a question.
We have one question here.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, Gill, I'm sorry, this might sound like a trolling question, but this is pretty cool. How come I haven't heard of it? I mean, I would have saved some money.
But now you have heard of it now. Yeah. So we're still rolling it out. The product actually went live officially-ish. I don't know where our finance team's on capitalization. Officially it went live, right? Beginning of this year. So we've only been live for a few months. We've been in beta for about 5 or 6 months. The team will keep me honest here. So it's really going to roll out. We're in the process now of trying different markets, trying different products, and also launching, adding new products into the mix. And that's really why.
So it's a deals app, but the model is different in that it's a subscription model.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, comment.
Sorry, can't remember his name.
What's your target demographic for this app, and have you hit it? And if you haven't hit it, have you had to adjust to meet the unexpected demographic that's appeared?
Yeah, really good question. The demographic that we anticipated going live, we had to pivot a little bit as we went. There are a few, I went back to this page here because there's a few different demographics that we're targeting. And I think you have to look at it from two different perspectives because it was a learning for us. The first is, what is the audience? Is it like 18 through 25 gamer, or is it the household CEO for safety, that sort of thing? And we do have that vector that we look at, and that was one. The other we discovered is deal seekers, and there's a variety of people that are looking for, how do I save $5, $6 constantly? Sites like Slick Deals and Coupons.com, et cetera. There's a different audience that we had thought about, but we really didn't anticipate to be as active in the happen. So what we've had to do is really adapt our offers to have both packages like this, but also promo codes and a variety of other types of deals that we can advertise to those demographics, because that's what entices them.
Follow-up question, geographically, where would you say the majority of the traffic is coming from? Is it just what, North America now, or?
We're in North America today. I do know where they are, but we have to, some of that we can't share, but it is North America based.
Oh, right here. Another question?
In order to create those packages, do you use any data mining techniques? Figure out what packages would make sense for what demographics?
Yeah, I wouldn't say we use data mining techniques for that. What we do is we look at reports based on what packages are being purchased. We also look at packages that are being created, and we do watch a little bit of the traffic, even if people don't buy. So what we're using, we have a test and target that's running behind the scenes for us to help us as well, so we can see people coming in from different angles. So in that sense, we're using data mining. I would just use that term loosely. We'll look in, we'll see 1,000 people. We thought that today or this week we would sell 5,000 of, let's pick on For Fun, but we actually didn't. We sold retail therapy. We sold thousands of those more than we expected. So that would be a feed for us. Also on the build your own bundle where you can make a custom feature, we might think that everybody's going to go crazy for the Toys R Us gift card, but lo and behold, they go crazy for Starbucks. And we would see that. It's not necessarily data mining because the reports just spit out real time for it. And we can see clearly, you might want to put this in a different package and mix it. One thing that we do look at, which does require a little bit more analytics, is the lifetime value of the customer based on the choices they make. We pay different amounts for each of the different products. So we can't say just choose your own and put any product in there you want. We have to provide a certain mix so that it's still profitable to AOL.
I think you answered my question with the analytics part of it,
Okay.
but do you guys use any sort of search engine optimization or anything of that sort? It's just probably a
For finding, gather, et cetera.
That's right.
Yeah, there are efforts. I can't speak to them in too much detail, not because I don't want to, because if I did, I would misspeak. Right, we are looking at ways from a marketing and acquisition perspective. So between SEO, sites in which we will put ads, how we actually target within the AOL properties as well. We have if you go to AOL.com, you'll see an ad in the front of each page, like 25 different either news stories or ads, et cetera, and we'll place product there as well.
Thank you.
Other-
Hey, for images on the site, different size devices, different resolutions, do you guys have a strategy you use for that?
Yeah, and actually I think Div and I can talk to some of that too. We do store all the images in a CDN, so they're pulled down based on the template that we're using for that device. So the images in that case would be rendered appropriately for the actual package or how we're transmitting it over. We are trying to be conscious of the images that we would have. One thing that we did run into is because packages and the actual data on here, if you look, you'll see it says like save 64%. That can differ, but a lot of the content will be the same. And so we're using, we modified a bit of Magento to allow us to dynamically change some of the content. Some of it is images, some of it will be overlays.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Other question in the back, and then I think get back to socializing.
Socialize.
I think when you said Magento, you kind of answered one of my questions. So what was your timeline between coming up with this idea and launch? And do you guys plan, and then since this is obviously a web app, are you guys planning native applications for this? Or you guys?
Great question. I actually kind of feel like you were seeded by some other people in AOL. They're like, how long is it going to take you?
Shill.
So, idea to being live is a tougher question to answer. We'll have a drink. I can tell you, find me after. I'll tell you that. But in the current rendition, it took us several months to build and go live. We've talked about a native app. For us, the only reason we would go truly native would be when we have brick and mortar products within the actual bundles. Because today, you can have a native app. There's a lot of development work that would go in for something that you wouldn't necessarily be using constantly. We've talked about it from a marketing perspective too, have the app come in, but we haven't really gelled on a strategy for that yet.